Games, you have truly outdone yourself in terms of inaccuracy here. Hello, I am PawnShop75, kicking off hopefully a long and prosperous era of Umamusume lore videos where we apply real-world knowledge to a fictional anime series. Laugh if this ages poorly. One of Umamusume's latest events is called the Peak of Confection, and basically it follows Aishi and Flash, Mihano Bourbon, Sakura Bakushin O, Nishino Flower, and Tosin Jordan all baking a nice cake for a contest to show off the values of tracing and stuff. The subject of today's video is the aforementioned poison we call chocolate. Well, we can eat and be fine, our equine friends, not so much. So in this video, I'm going to dive deep into what exactly makes this a problem, and also why chocolate is such a great story idea that we're bending the laws of biology to have a simple Valentine's event. Quick disclaimer so everyone knows, I am not a doctor or a vet. I am just a YouTuber who likes to research things to explain fiction. Please do not take anything I say for professional advice because I am anything but a professional. Anyways, back to the video. Chocolate is poisonous to horses because of two key ingredients, the same ones that make chocolate so bad for dogs, theobromine and caffeine, which I just realized completely makes Manhattan Cafe's whole coffee drinking demeanor also completely scientifically wrong. Seriously, Games? Wait, is that why she has contact with her friend? Akikawa needs to pay better attention to the types of things that get consumed at tracing. But before we explore any further, is chocolate fatal? The answer is generally no, because horses are mostly big, so small amounts should not cause anything catastrophic. Whether a human-sized biped could is up to debate. Of course, it's still not good for them because diarrhea, liver damage, and all sorts of other problems could follow. But let's take a look at the ingredients that make chocolate so bad. Firstly, we have theobromine. Theobromine is an odorless, white, crystalline powder that is found in cocoa beans, which are primarily used in chocolate. Milk chocolate, like the standard Hershey bar, is about 45% cocoa. Dark chocolate, however, tends to sit at upwards of 70%. This makes dark chocolate one of the absolutely worst types for a horse to digest. White chocolate tends to have much less due to using cocoa butter instead of solids, but still not a good thing to be consumed. So, what makes theobromine a horse's nemesis? Well, to start, it's not exactly harmless to humans. It is quite literally considered a drug. The United Nations System of Classifying Dangerous Chemicals, the GHS, classifies theobromine as an irritant and a health hazard. Its effects are similar to caffeine, as a stimulant. But for horses, it's much worse. Common effects of theobromine for horses are stimulation of the central nervous system, cardiac system, and skeletal muscle, along with promoting diuresis, meaning increased amount of urine moving through kidneys. This is because they lack the enzymes needed to digest it. The other ingredient is caffeine. Caffeine is found in coffee, sodas, and energy drinks. While only classified as an irritant under the GHS, it is still a drug and a stimulant, just like theobromine. However, additionally, it's also addictive. Some people may not know that caffeine is found in cocoa solids, so with the exception of white chocolate, the same stuff in your coffee is also in your chocolate. There's only a little bit, though. Pounds, dark chocolate only has about 12 milligrams of it. The average cup of coffee tends to be 10 times that. Commercial brands can offer 20 times that amount or even more. And yet, it's still a problem for horses. Being a stimulant, an illegal competition practice is using it to invigorate horses before a race. Too much caffeine can increase their heart rate, stress, and anxiety levels. Coffee husks are a byproduct of coffee production, which are used in many different ways due to their abundance. In 2011, a group of field veterinarians in Brazil noticed that horses were becoming intoxicated by ingesting their bedding, which were coffee husks. They observed that the horses exhibited excitability, restlessness, involuntary muscle tremors, chewing movements and constraint tremors of the lips and tongue, excessive sweating, and increased respiration and heart rates. I've put the link to the study in the description if you're interested. This research concluded that the consumption of coffee husks were toxic to horses. For comparison, husks have about twice as much caffeine as dark chocolate, so I guess the comparison here isn't completely accurate, but it backs up the argument that caffeine is quite bad for horses. Now, while those are the two main problem ingredients of chocolate, there is another ingredient that isn't toxic but can be detrimental: milk. A study study was made in 1975 that indicated that adult horses are lactose intolerant. Link in the description. With that, it's pretty obvious that milk will upset a horse's digestive system. Milk is also used in white and milk chocolate, obviously. So on top of theobromine and caffeine, milk will also make a horse not feel so good. With all that out of the way, the question we have left is, what gives Cygames reason to ignore all this? What is so important about chocolate that we have to completely ignore the equine digestive system to have the Umamusume bake a cake? Japan-wise, Valentine's Day goes a bit different than in America. Women are expected to be the gift giver to their love interests, co-workers, and so on. And as Pretty Derby's centerpiece game has a completely female cast, this alone could have been a reason to include such an event, but Umamusume has no normal cast. As this video has been focusing on, they are horse girls. But going back to the Japanese Valentine's Day practices, while there is no mention of this in the event, there was a temporary mechanic where you could get special chocolates from your trainees. There are a lot of different meanings to the chocolate given out, but based on what we know about the relationship between the player and them, this type of handmade chocolate is likely jiri choco, meaning obligation chocolate, which is a type of Valentine's Day gift given to male friends, bosses, family members, or work colleagues. Men are not entirely free though. A full month later, on White Day, they will have to repay the favor. However, another kind of gift is gyaku choco, meaning reverse chocolate, where males buck the Valentine's trend and give chocolates to girls themselves on Valentine's. But wait, there's more! One of the two main characters in this event is Aishin Flash, who's distinctly German, unlike most Umamusume who are Japanese. The main reason she's here is her being a daughter of bakers, but we should check out if Germany has any ties to chocolate as well. As it turns out, Germany is the world leader in making chocolate, and yet they're not really into Valentine's Day. Huh, strange. So that's pretty much all I have to say. I'm still pretty mad after researching all of this that such a factual franchise would completely skip this important trait of horses. But that's just my opinion. Between Japanese Valentine's traditions and German chocolate production, I guess Cygames sort of had ample reason to make this event. But oh well, I'm just a YouTuber, what would I know? I hope you liked the video. If you want to see more of this type of content, please like and subscribe, and leave some comments if you want to have a say in what I discuss next.